This is Israel's diplomat. This is Turkey's diplomat. That's where the diplomacy ends. Their two countries are going tit for tat in an escalating feud, boiling over due to recent events in Gaza, Jerusalem, and Syria. And now each is telling the other's ambassador, you don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. On Tuesday, Turkey told Israel's ambassador to Ankara, Eitan Naeh, that it would be best if he got out of town. Their parting gift on Wednesday, a humiliating airport screening in full view of invited Turkish media. Naeh was subjected to strict security measures, including the removal of his shoes and reported check of his hands for traces of explosives. That's something diplomats almost always are allowed to bypass. In return, Israel's foreign ministry invited the press to film the entrance of Turkish chargé d'affaires in Israel to his meeting with ministry officials, giving the media the exact time and gate so they could get the best view of Umut Deniz as he prepared for a dressing down about his country's conduct. Deniz was summoned only because Turkey had already recalled their ambassador earlier in the week.
We have summoned today the Deputy Ambassador of Turkey to the Israeli Foreign Ministry in order to express our concern and our dismay at a gross violation of the diplomatic ethics and the relations between countries. The images of our ambassador being subjected to an unnecessary security check are spread all over Turkey. This is something that we cannot accept.
The fresh round of undiplomacy is reminiscent of a 2010 incident in which Israel's then Deputy Foreign Minister, Dani Ayalon, seated Turkey's ambassador on a low chair and didn't display a Turkish flag in the room as he chastised Turkey for showing an anti-Israel television series.
We just tried to make a point, and the idea was not to insult him, certainly not in a personal way, but to show the severity of the situation.
Both countries' current consul generals, including Israel's Yosef Levi Sfari, were also given the boot this week as Turkish President Tayyip Erdogan lit into Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu for the death toll of Gazan rioters along the Israeli border. Netanyahu responded by branding Erdogan as an occupier and an invader who has the blood of Kurdish Turks and Syrians on his hands. Keep in mind, the sides resumed diplomatic relations only in 2016. They were frozen in the wake of the infamous 2010 Israeli blockage of a Turkish flotilla to Gaza, which led to a violent attack by flotilla activists on IDF commandos as they boarded the vessel, and the deaths of 9 of the activists by IDF fire. This time around, grab a snack and take off your shoes. It's going to be a while. Eli Roberts, I-24 News.